To all students preparing to write WAEC 2026 chemistry practical. So this is a preparatory video for you and to teachers too who want to prepare their students ahead of chemistry practical exam for WAEC 2026. So this is also a video for you to watch to the end. Now this video is going to be the titration aspect alone, and this video is going to explain the alternative way of how you can get your VA, that is the volume of acid used, without even doing the practical experiment at all, without even titrating at all. So this is like a worksheet, like how you can do a theoretical work of how you can get your volume of acid used, that is the VA. Ensure you watch this video to the end. Now, according to the specimen released by WAEC 2026, this is the things needed: the acid, the volume of the acid per dm cube, and also the gram of sodium hydroxide per dm cube solution, according to the specimen released by WAEC. Now, note one thing: this channel does not support examination malpractice. So this channel does not leak exam questions. So if you have the mindset, or if you have the intention that you are coming to this channel, or probably you want to watch this video for the purpose of examination malpractice, please do well to swipe up. Don't bother to watch this video. If you have the intention for examination malpractice, this channel is not for you. Quickly go ahead and find wherever you want to get the video from. So this particular video is for students who want to learn, who want to study ahead, for students who want to be prepared for an upcoming exam. This is a preparatory class, as I've said earlier. It is not an expo video, it's not an expo class, and it is also not an expo channel. Examination malpractice is corruption, and it is totally forbidden. And mind you, if you have your result and it's not by your power, it's not by your strength, it's not by your ability, and you have his, let's say you have a parallel, mind you, the blessing of God might not, or even not even might, will not be in that result. Know the meaning of blessing from God. So you have to sweat to get something, you have to sweat to achieve something better. So coming to this channel is for you to prepare ahead, is for you to learn and for you to study, not for examination malpractice. Now let's go into the video. Now in this titration aspect, like I said earlier, we will be working out how to get your volume of acid used without even doing the titration. Do well to share this video to all other students you have in your class. Share it to your class group, share it to your WhatsApp group, so that other students you can learn. Well, I'm making this video so that this video will get across to the over 1.6 million candidates that usually register WAEC every year. But at least if it does not get up to 1.6 million candidates, please let it get to half of it, that is 800,000 candidates. If it gets to 800,000 candidates, at least it will be beneficial to them, and even teachers as well. So now, working on this now, what do we need? Now, from the specimen, the acid AN, we have the 5.6 centimeter cube per dm cube solution, and the base, we have this 4.0 gram per dm cube solution. Now, what do we need to do? In calculating this, there's a formula you need to know, which is what? The formula is CAVA all over CBVP, which is equals to NA all over NB. Yes, majority of students are familiar with this formula very well. Now, what do? Our main aim is to look for the volume of acid used, right? That's the end point. That's the titration end point. But we are not doing the titration, we are doing it theoretically. Like we are doing it using theory, not the practical aspect. Good. So then what do we do next? Let's make VA the subject of formula. That's going to be our VA, which is going to be CBVBNA, then all over CANB. Sorry, that's NB. CANB. So by the time you collect like 10, by the time you make VA the subject of formula, then you have the CBVBNA all over CANB. Now what do? Let us look for those parameters one after the other. Now from here, let's write the equation of the reaction. We have the H₂SO₄ here, which is the sulfuric acid, and it is also a strong acid. And we have the NaOH here, which is a what? A base known as caustic soda, and it is also a strong base. So this 2026 WAEC chemistry practical is a titration between a strong acid and a strong base. And mind you, if you are titrating strong acid and strong base, you can use any suitable indicator you wish to use. You can use any suitable indicator you wish to use. All right. So now let's write the equation of the reaction. Then we have it as H₂SO₄, which will be in aqueous state, AQ. So it is reacting with sodium hydroxide, that is the NaOH. So that one too will be in aqueous form. So that is going to give us Na2SO4, that is sodium sulfate, also in aqueous state, plus water, that is H2O. And let me put liquid there. So after writing this equation of the reaction, then let's balance the reaction. So okay, hydrogen is 2 here, it's also 2 here, sulfur is 1 here, is 1 here, oxygen is how many here? 5 here, it is also 5 here. But sodium is 1 here, is 2 here. So let me balance here with 2. Balancing with 2, then sodium becomes 2 here, we have 2 here. Oxygen is now, okay, hydrogen is now 4. Let me just put 2 here. So I think it's balanced now. We have hydrogen is 4 here, is also 4 here. Sulfur is 1, 1. Sodium is 2, is 2. Hydrogen, oxygen is sorry, oxygen is 6 here, is 6 here as well. Yeah, and hydrogen too. Everything is balanced. So from here, we can actually have it as our Na, that is the number of acid, is going to be 1. You understand? Based on the mole of the acid we have here. And then our Nb, that's the base, and that's going to be 2. So we already get that. Now, what do we need to get next? We actually need to get we have gotten our NaNb. We need our Cb, Vb, and Ca. So from our Vb, based on the structure, your volume of pipette, yeah, it can either be 25.00 cm cube or 20.00 cm cube. But basically, most schools usually use 25.00 cm cube. So let me come over here to use 25.00 cm cube as our volume of base. That means the volume of the sodium hydroxide we are going to pipette, all right, to run the titration. Good. So what are we left with? The next thing we are left with is to look for the concentration of B and also the concentration of A. Meaning that we are looking for our Cb, that is unknown, and also we are looking for our Ca, that is unknown. So these are the two things, sorry, Ca. So these are the two things we are now looking for now. Now let me start with the Cb first. For we to get our Cb, that is the concentration of sodium hydroxide in mole per dm cube. That's the meaning of Cb. Okay. Now there's a formula to calculate concentration of mole per dm cube. Concentration of B in mole per dm cube, and the formula is concentration of B. B is the base in mole per dm cube. So that is equals to concentration of B in gram per dm cube, so multiplied by the molar mass of B, or you call it formula mass of B. Okay, so I'm looking for the concentration of B in mole per dm cube. So this is basically concentration of B in gram per dm cube multiplied by the molar mass, all over molar mass. All over molar mass should be like this. Sorry about that. So let me cancel this. So all over molar mass. Alright. So again, we have the concentration of B in mole per dm cube. That is equals to concentration of B in gram per dm cube all over molar mass. Good. So what is the concentration of B in gram per dm cube? Now look at it here. You can see this is the concentration of B in gram. This is the gram, 4.0 per dm cube. This is it here. This is just going to be 4.0 gram per dm cube solution. So then we'll just come over here and to write 4.0 gram per dm cube. So all over, what's the molar mass of sodium hydroxide, or formula mass of sodium hydroxide? So that's going to be sodium is 23 plus oxygen is 16, then hydrogen is 1. So this is going to be gram per mole. So by the time we do this, this is going to be 4.0 gram per dm cube all over. This is going to be 40 gram per mole. So if gram cancel gram, then we are left with, let me just do the calculator. That's going to be 4.0 divided by 40, and that's giving us 0.1. As you can see, that's 0.1 mole per dm cube. All right. So let me put that here. So definitely our Cb is going to be 0.1 mole per dm cube, and that is the concentration of our B. Then the next thing to now look for, you can see that these are the parameters we want to get. We want to get our Na, we want to get our Nb, our Vb, our Ca, and our Cb. But thank God we have been able to get our Na, Nb, Vb, and then Cb. It remains Ca. Now, how do we get Ca? To get Ca, there is a special formula to get Ca. Now, the special formula is going to be 10 multiplied by specific gravity multiplied by percentage purity all over the molar mass of the acid. Now, look at this formula. This formula is for us to get the concentration of the acid in mole per dm cube, but it's going to be the conc form. You know, when you want to dilute an acid, like you have to dilute it from a concentrated form to a diluted form. So we need to calculate the concentration of the acid of H₂SO₄ in the concentrated form first. So before we will now calculate it in the diluted form. You know that students cannot use this acid in the concentrated form. It is the teacher that will need to dilute it to make it, with water, with probably distilled water, in order to reduce the concentration so that it will not be harmful to their skin or whatsoever. So what we are trying to do now, we are trying to calculate the concentration of the acid in the concentrated form, not in diluted form. After we have gotten this, then we will now reverse it to diluted form. You understand? Because you have to use this acid in diluted form. You are not to use it in the concentrated form. Okay. So for you to calculate this concentration of A, which is the acid, in mole per dm cube of the concentrated form, the formula required is 10 multiplied by specific gravity times percentage purity divided by the molar mass of the acid. So from the specimen, it is also given that all schools should use same specific gravity and same percentage purity, meaning that this here VA, which is the end point, it seems that all schools should get something similar. Like all answers should be close across the whole Nigeria. So because of WAEC has specified that all of you should use the same specific gravity and you should use the same percentage purity, meaning that the acid a school will use must have equal percentage purity and specific gravity. So from the WAEC specimen, it was stated there that the specific gravity that should be used should be 1.84, and the percentage purity for H₂SO₄ is 98%. 98% according to the instruction. So divided by the molar mass of H₂SO₄. So the molar mass of H₂SO₄, that's going to be 98, but let's try to work it. That's 1 times 2 plus sulfur is 32 plus 16 times 4. So now let's do the mathematics. That is the Ca. So using the calculator now, then we have it as let's use the calculator. We have 10 multiplied by 1.84 then times 98. So that's giving us 1803.2. So divided by, that's 98. Okay, 98. So 1000, that means the answer divided by 98. So that's giving us 18.4. As you can see it here, that is 18.4. So we have our Ca, which is equals to 18.4. So that's going to be in mole per dm cube. Okay, you can see that for it to be 18.4, that means it is very, very, very concentrated. So this is the concentrated form, 18.4. Yeah. So after that, then we now need to get the diluted form, like the diluted form of our Ca. So For we to get the diluted form of our Ca, there is a formula which I believe that most students should be familiar with. We call it dilution factor formula. So the formula is C1V1 is equals to C2V2. Now looking at this formula, C1 means initial concentration, V1 means initial volume, then C2 means final concentration, and then V2 means final volume. So our main aim is the final concentration. You understand? The final concentration means after diluted, like after you have diluted it with water, distilled water, then what is now going to be the final concentration, and that's going to be the C2. So I'll be stopping this video here, yeah, so as not to make this video to be too long. So if you need the continuation of this video, go to the comment section and request for the part 2. Just request for the part 2, or probably you say you want the part B, or you probably say you want the continuation of this video. Now let me use the opportunity to tell you that I'll be hosting a master class for this chemistry practical for WAEC 2026 on Zoom channel. The price is just 1,000 naira to participate. So payment starts right away. If you are interested, please send a DM to the WhatsApp number here. Look at the WhatsApp number here, which is 091 55 10 28 18, or probably you text this thing on this one to a WhatsApp 080 68 43 58 09. So we are holding a master class for WAEC 2026 chemistry practical. Yes, message me on WhatsApp now so that I can add you to the class. It is a 1,000 naira. So if you want to make your payment, if you want to join, then you pay to this account number. This is 8068435809. So remove the 40. You are paying to OPay. That is the OPay account. You are paying to the OPay account. And once you make your payment, send your receipt to any of the WhatsApp number. Write it under the caption that you paid for WAEC 2026 Chemistry Practical Master Class. Now, what are the benefits you are going to get from the master class is that I will be exposing a powerful predicted questions that WAEC might ask you based on this 2026 practical class rather. So I'll be revealing and I'll be showing you the possible things that WAEC might ask you. You're going to solve it together. Not only that, I'll be telling you do's and don'ts in WAEC chemistry practical, like what actually makes students to fail. From some students we understand the concept behind this WAEC chemistry practical, but despite the fact that they know it, they will still end up failing it. There are some techniques that you need to understand. There are some ways they mark based on the marking guide. So I will be revealing all these things to you on Zoom, and also we'll be talking around across the SWOT analysis as well, what you have to know, the possible questions that might come out in the SWOT analysis, and everything pertaining to the SWOT analysis and even the titration as well, and the do's and don'ts, the things you should be cautioned about. These are the things we'll be revealing in our master class. The class is a Zoom class, as I've said earlier, and mind you, Zoom can only occupy 100 participants. Zoom can only occupy 100 participants. So once it is 100, once 100 students make payment, then mind you, we are no longer accepting payment any longer. Now the date for the class, it will be announced soon, but probably it's going to be 2 days to WAEC chemistry practical or a day to WAEC chemistry practical. So once you watch this video, make your payment, then come and join the group. The group will be a waiting list. Once you make a payment, I will add you to the group of the master class. Then once it is a day or 2 days, you're going to start. The class will start by 5 p.m. in the evening, and it can run for 3 hours, can finish by 8, and you are going to learn. So use this WAEC chemistry practical, and never forget that in marking scheme, WAEC chemistry practical carries 50%, which is 50 mark, whereby the objective and the theory carries 50 mark as well. So if you can hit at least 45 over 50 in the chemistry practical, then you have nothing to worry about in the objective and theory. See you in class. Bye.